What on earth could give me such a variety of tones and sounds without having to step on any pedals? And it's one pedal. It is a treble booster. I'm using the Robert Keeley Java treble booster, and this is an original issue that I was lucky enough to get for a really decent price about 4 or 5 years ago. And to see if I can really make it work, having just one effect that will allow me to dial it all in with my volume knob. You know, there were a lot of great guitar players who do it this way. Derek Trucks comes to mind, Clapton, Rory Gallagher did that a lot. I think Tab Benoit is another one. So these are artists who keep things simple in the effects realm, and that allows them to focus more on their playing and think less about their gear. They can think more about their music, and this is definitely a place that I've been thinking about arriving at for the last several years. Now, I'm finishing my new album with the band, True, with the pedal board that I've been using for a long time, which includes my King and Timmy array and my Klon clones for the humbucking sounds, which I've gone over in previous episodes. And I love that. And that pedal board is the result of a lot of work. And so I really love those sounds. But I've been thinking about this for a long time. And recently I pulled this setup out just to try it, because I'm itching to get to the next album, even though the one I'm on isn't finished yet. Isn't that kind of the way? Yeah. What am I playing this treble booster through? I'm playing it through a Hot Rod Deluxe. And this Hot Rod Deluxe has been modified somewhat to really take the treble booster quite well. So I'm really happy about that. And you know, the idea was really to marry my Strat to this sound, but I pulled out the other Blonde the other day, and we did a little playing, and I was really pleased with the kind of sound I was getting. And then rolling down the volume. Were just really round and beautiful. Yeah. So let's talk about this amplifier. A lot of people know what this is. It's a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe. This is the original issue, so it's a version 1. I have no idea what the year is. got it pretty cheap because it was in bad shape. The speaker had to be replaced. I had to take it to a tech and have him really give it a once over. And you can see on the bottom here that it's been through some stuff. Looks like this cabinet is made of some kind of pegboard or something. It doesn't really look like actual wood, but I do like the way the thing sounds. Now, I put a Warehouse Reaper 50 speaker in here, and that's based on a great video that I saw on YouTube from the Vaughn Show. And that guy did a shootout with a whole bunch of Warehouse speakers in a Hot Rod Deluxe. This is the one he recommended, and when I listened to it, I agreed. I thought it sounded best, and it was a game changer, total game changer for this amplifier. The other thing that I've done, I've replaced the tube in the V1 socket with a 12AT7, and this helped to mellow out the distortion. And you know, I plugged my PRS in after that, and it was pretty nice. You know, I could actually gig with that. You know, maybe a sit-in gig or something like that. But I liked it a lot. My original idea was to, you know, use that clean channel that's widely heralded as a great pedal platform, and just, you know, get a lot more power than I do with my Deluxe Reverb. Now, the idea with the Treble Booster is to pair it with an amplifier that has already got some crunch going for you. So here is one of the most popular amplifiers in the world, the Blues Junior. I just have this limited edition model with different colored Tolex, but essentially it's the same thing that you have if you have the standard model in black Tolex. Anyways, so I've taken this amp out and simply cranking the overdrive circuit with my Fender guitars. And when I go to a jam, I really like that. It's just kind of everything I need, and the guitar cleans up pretty well. But let's see if it passes the test with the Treble Booster. So there are a variety of sounds that I'm getting here. There's something going on, though, in the overall EQ scheme that's just a little too bright, a little too brittle for me. I mean, I might use this. Like I said, it's a little too spiky. I think it would annoy others as well as the fact that it's kind of annoying me. So this particular matchup isn't working out so well for me. You know, if I bring the treble down, I bring the tone down on the pedal, it does tame those highs, but you lose a lot of the presence, a lot of the beauty that you get with the Hot Rod Deluxe. You can see that this old-time effect has its limitations, right? And that it's been improved upon over the years by the more popular effects that have come along since the advent of the Treble Booster back in the 60s. But speaking of back in the 60s and in the early days, you know, people like Ritchie Blackmore and Tony Iommi and Rory Gallagher used the Treble Booster, and of course Brian May still uses it to make his Queen guitar sounds. But one of the things about those guys is that they were basically cranking the amplifiers that they were using. Their amplifiers didn't have you know, preamp gain circuits. They just got to crunching when they were turned up to ear-splitting levels. So that provides kind of a problem. But we are going to try a little litmus test with that and my Pro Junior. I tried it with the Pro Junior, and it works, but it's really crisp, and it's brittle and brutal, and it's not a sound that I would use. I would stick with using the Tube Screamer or an OCD with this particular amplifier. Les Paul with the Treble Booster. Damn. I think I'm going to be all right with this setup. So this experimenting definitely proves my point that certain pedals and amplifiers work well together and certain ones do not. And of course your guitar is also a huge factor in there. But I tried to keep all things equal since we heard this guitar and this pedal sounding really great with the Hot Rod Deluxe. Not so much with this, and with the Pro Junior, that's just simply out. Now, I'm going to make this sound part of my next recording and live performance cycle, so I'm probably going to have to get a backup. I may search out another Keeley, or Caitlin Bread makes a couple of different models that are in the affordable realm. One is called the Nagra Viper. The original germanium diode, which is in this one right here, is kind of noisy, right? Even under the best circumstances, you hear some white noise coming from your amplifier. So a lot of people might not like that, right? And I guess that's what happened. They switched to a silicone diode and they were able to eliminate a lot of the noise. So I'm very interested in that and seeing if there is any difference in the kind of sweet sound that I get between this item and the Hot Rod Deluxe. Caitlin Bread also makes something called the Skewer, which is a take on the Hornsby Skews Treble Booster, which is also a classic from the 60s and 70s. So I may try that one out. And that one is strictly silicone. And there are a bunch of other manufacturers who make these things. I just happened upon some European manufacturer who makes them for about 80 bucks. And looks like they have both a silicone and a germanium diode. So looks pretty well made too. I may try it out for that kind of money. So thanks for joining me and checking all this stuff out. If you like what's happening here, please hit the like button and subscribe, and you'll get a notification of when I've got a new video coming. Happy Thanksgiving and happy holidays, everybody. Peace.